watching. Absolutely.
Okay. Stop the music. Stop the music. Stop the music. Patrick, are we serious? I saw that title. He's not music? Are we serious?
Hate Playboy Carti and can't understand why he deserves any of the hype surrounding his new album, I Am Music. The other half of you watching love him and are going to verbally attack me in the comments for even the slightest bit of criticism.
No, I'm not like that. I won't do that. I won't do that to you. I won't do that to you.
I've seen so much pushback on anyone criticizing this album, with the majority of them saying, chill out, this album isn't for you, Unk. Which, if you're gonna call me Unk, you better put 2 C's on the end of it. Now, to be fair, if you came into this album trying to dissect the lyrics and look for a deeper meaning or theme or a cohesive album experience, there is something wrong with you.
Okay. That's true. But to be honest, Playboy Carti, I will say it. This album was literally probably made just to like be an experience and feel the music as for what it is. Like, it's not really about the lyrics, but at the same time, unironically, he has bars. He has like really good bars. Like, I like re-listened to it a couple times. It's probably been my 100th listen already. But yeah. He does have bars, bro. So I mean, if you dissect the lyrics, you know, I know it's Playboy Carti, nobody wants to. Nobody actually wants to sit there and listen to it. But if you dissect the bars and listen to it, I am telling you that his shit is actually he actually has bars, and it's really good. He has some great bars. But nobody wants to sit down and listen to Playboy Carti's album. I don't understand. It's a good album. It's a great album, bro. Like, what? I don't see the hate. I really don't get it.
Obviously, Carti is just making music to chill and vibe to. Now, this video is is not your typical nerdy music review, but rather analyzing I Am Music and Carti's impact and influence on hip-hop as a whole. Because whether you like him or not, you cannot argue against this man being one of the biggest artists in hip-hop right now. I feel the same way.
That's true. He is probably like one of the biggest artists in hip-hop. That is 100% true. He's even throwing shots at Kanye, I think, isn't he? And like, well, Kanye's hitting everybody, so I mean, it makes sense. Whatever.
About I Am Music as I did initially after listening to Whole Lotta Red. It's bloated, it's repetitive, and I will likely only listen to a handful of songs again and in the foreseeable.
Why are we hating? Why are we just hating? You know there's like, out of the 30 songs, you know there's like 10 you would listen to again. Come on, bro. I see it as, if you like at least 10 songs on an album, well, it depends how long the album is. For like Carti, if you like at least like 30, not 30, sorry. If you like at least like 10 to 15 songs, it's a great album for you. Because you like half the album, so it's still a great album. If you like only like 5, like 3 to 5, no, sorry, I should say 5 to like 9 or something, and it's a good album. But if you don't like any of it, then, or if you only like 1 or 2, like 1 to 3 or something, or 1 to 4 songs, then it's not that great of an album to you. But that's how I feel. And a lot of people I know say the album's bad, but then like half the album. Like, are we serious? Then you like the album. Like, come on. Also, it's not a bad album. Like, y'all, like, I feel like people are doing way too much, bro. This wave of saying it's ass is the same thing they did the Whole Lotta Red for like 2 weeks, and then everybody liked it. They made memes about it and shit, and now they're doing the same thing. They're making memes about it now and saying it's ass. And then, like, if you give it 1 or 2 more weeks, and people are not going to talk about it, and they're just going to start listening to, like, the album and like it for what it is. Like, come on, bro. People be doing too much.
Future. As a body of work, Whole Lotta Red was way more impressive. The rage sound, the vampire theme, and the short punchy tracks that were clearly designed for an intense concert experience made...
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like he's wrong here. So what he's saying, I understand what he's saying, and it makes sense what he's saying. But the part where he said, like, Whole Lotta Red is a much better album than this one, I personally would rather listen to I Am Music than Whole Lotta Red. Personally. Whole Lotta Red was, like, good when it dropped. I liked it. But I like I Am Music quite a bit more than Whole Lotta Red.
Made for a really solid album.
Personally, I should say.
However, it took time for me and most other people to recognize the value of this album. Everyone said that Whole Lotta Red was going to age well and it's going to take time to understand Carti's vision, and they were completely right. Whole Lotta Red literally changed the underground rap scene forever. There is an
That is 100% true. Because after Whole Lotta Red, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, like these waves of new artists recreating or trying to recreate or try to recreate what Carti did but evolve it at the same time. All these different artists are like it sounds like they take inspiration from that album. That's all.
Extremely strong argument to be made that this album single-handedly opened up a lane.
Yep. Who is that?
For an entire new genre of rap, and that dozens of artists and producers would not even have a career if it wasn't for this album. So you can imagine for Carti, that is a ton of pressure to live up to. It's impossible to know the long-lasting impact that I Am Music will have on his fans and hip-hop as a whole, but I do feel pretty confident in saying that it won't be nearly as influential as Whole Lotta Red. And that's because I Am Music sounds like a standard Future album. The track Jumpin' literally sounds one-to-one like Future. I had to pause the track and check the credits to make sure that it wasn't him. And I find that most...
Are we serious? Are we serious? Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do Future like that. Come on, bro.
Most of the songs that I enjoy on this project just sound like Future. And you guys know that I love Future, so this isn't a diss. It's actually a compliment to my glorious king, Navadius... I don't know what his last name is. L fan. But the beats, the cadence, the flow, the song structure of I Am Music, none of it really sounds like anything new in the grand scheme of hip-hop, which is fine. Not every album needs to be this dramatic cultural shifting moment. The project is going to be a solid one to stream in the background, put on in the car, and play at parties. But with that being said, it does feel a little underwhelming considering the pretentious title of the album, I Am Music. I already know there's going to be one of you in the comments like, technically the album is called Music, not I Am Music. Dude, for years he promoted this album as the title being I Am Music, and the album cover says I Am Music.
Yeah,
clearly,
it's I Am Music. I don't know why he titled it Music, because it's definitely I Am Music, but whatever.
Trying to send a specific message. Shut your mouth. On one hand, this title would make us think that he would develop this extremely innovative approach to the genre and establish himself.
Okay, I kind of thought that too a little bit. I thought this album would be crazy. I'm not a Carti fan, but when I heard that he's dropping I Am Music and that it was getting close to the deadline and that people were saying that he is going to drop it, I was excited. And when I heard it was because I didn't listen to it the day it dropped. Well, maybe I did, but it was like way later. Like probably like at 11, and that shit went all the way to like 2 in the morning. If y'all haven't seen it, check it out. I reacted to it and posted it on YouTube. Check it out. But it was like, I don't know if y'all do want to check it out because it was like 2 hours and 46 minutes of a reaction. I didn't know it was going to be that long. I didn't know I sat there that long talking about how good it was. Like every track I sat there and deadass just talked about how good it was. But I'm just saying, Um, I did have like kind of expectations because I heard from my friends and everybody who listened to it, 30 tracks. I was hyped. I was super excited because 30 tracks, that is a lot of songs. I felt like it was I Am Music. I felt like you know, I heard the songs he posted on YouTube. I deadass thought you heard his deep voice. I deadass thought it was gonna be like an entire like innovative album. Like it was another era and it was gonna be like brand new and it was gonna be really good. Which it's still really good, but it's not like a new era. It feels kind of like his deep voice mix of all his other eras in one. Now you got him with his deep voice, which is his new era. You got the whole lot of red era and like maybe one or two songs. Then you got the Die Lit era and the Magnolia era. Mostly that era and the new era in the album. One of my favorite songs, literally like Wheezy. I love that one. That one's so good. But let's get back to the video. Sorry for yapping.
As the artist who will single-handedly shift the culture, only to maybe fall short of that. On the other hand, the name could be perceived as the ultimate flex of saying, I don't even have to try that hard. I can put out 30 random songs from my archive and still have more hype and more sales than your favorite rapper. Either way,
that is true though. He had so much hype around the album. 30 songs, dropped it. Even if it did ass, it would still do better than your favorite rapper. Majority of the time. Unless it's Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler Creator. Who got a lot of numbers recently off their albums? I don't know.
I think the album name is kind of ridiculous and punches under its weight, which is one of the many reasons why tons of fans think that the album doesn't actually deserve the hype. And the word deserve is interesting. Technically, from a musical standpoint, I don't think this album was worth waiting over 4 years for. Then again, I love how much hype it has. On the night of the release, I stayed up on Twitch, and so did hundreds of thousands of fans. It was exciting.
Hell yeah. So I didn't stay up. Of course, Dante stayed up. And he started freaking out when it didn't drop. But what is this? What time is this? He's covering it. Okay. No, I want to see what time this is. If this is like 3 already, if this is 4. But no, I was gonna stay up. I was up that night at like 12, and I realized it was 12, and he didn't drop, and I was like, everybody was saying 3 a.m. And I was like, okay, bro, I got school tomorrow. I'm not staying up till 3. I can't do it. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it so long, it got to 1 a.m. But then I was like, nah. Can't do it, bro. Can't do it. And so I went to bed, woke up, found out that he didn't drop it at 3. Dante was tweaking out at 4 in the morning. And then at 7 in the morning, he said in 20 minutes. And he dropped it around like 7:30 or something. I don't know. I don't know. But that was a crazy moment. I would have stayed up. No, I probably would have if I like just stayed up all night waiting. I probably could have if I didn't. Honestly, I could have done it and gone to school. Well, no, because I wouldn't have time to watch on stream. I just wouldn't go that day. And it was a Friday, so I kind of needed to go. But, yeah. I did want to sit down and spend all night waiting for that to drop and listening to it. That would have been a moment, dude. That would have been a moment. But, it's gone.
So you have Dante with his 11,000 viewers. You have Plaqueboy Max with 78,000 viewers.
Oh, yeah. He got so many people views. Dante was up at 137,000 on Kaisen. God damn. But anyways, my fault. No. I am telling you that I woke up for school. I got on the school bus, went to school, went in the cafeteria, I sat down, I looked at my phone, I went on Twitch, I'm Dante was still live reacting to the album with 21,000 viewers. I have never seen I'm Dante jump to 21,000 viewers. Never, bro. I've seen like so many of his live streams. Never have I seen his shit jump up to 21,000. He had motherfuckers going in everybody's stream, seeing the reaction. I'm like, holy shit. And he's still in it. And it took him until 7 to drop it, bro. That was a crazy moment. And Mufkas did not say it was worth it at all. I thought it was worth it. I thought it was a great album. But I guess
Waiting
doesn't mean shit.
Academics right there with 38,000 viewers.
Damn.
You have Azias and Bilu on YouTube right now with like 20 or 30K. You have Kai Cenat with 140K viewers, bro.
God.
What are you doing?
160. It just jumped up. No, go back. Oh, sorry. No, go back.
Kai Cenat with 140K viewers.
It just jumped. 137,000? Look
on
at
YouTube right now with like 20 or 30.
In a second, Kai Cenat's shit is about to skyrocket. Look at this shit.
Okay. You have Kai Cenat with 140K.
As soon as he said 140K, jumped up to 168,000. In a second. Like, what? Mufkas were getting their, like, some of their best views. Not Kai Cenat. But some of these streamers are getting some of their best views because they were staying up waiting for Carti to drop. And Carti still didn't drop until 7. Jesus.
Viewers, bro. What are you doing? Now, I was pretty upset when he didn't drop at midnight.
A story where he was on FaceTime with Demon?
And then I was extremely fed up when he didn't drop after delaying the album another 3
Dude, he delayed it like 3 times, bro. I'm kind of happy I went to bed.
hours. Ain't no way he just...
I would have been hella pissed if I like stayed up till 3 and it didn't drop. And then I was like, how long am I gonna wait?
His honey dick.
And I guarantee you I would have hopped off probably right when it dropped too.
This. Bro, I swear, if he postpones it, I'm not listening. Future would never do this to us. He would drop an album exactly on time, right when we expected it, and then he would drop another album like 3 months later. It's not on other platforms, not on Apple, not on YouTube. Who thinks that this is aura farming or this is cool, bro? This shit is lame. After the second delay, I decided to go to sleep, and he didn't end up dropping the album for another 6 hours, so I definitely made the right decision. Regardless, the hype was an amazing feeling. There are like 4 albums that come to mind in the past 5 years that have had this much hype, with Whole Lotta Red being one of them. Also Donda and CLB and maybe Utopia. Also,
I don't think Donda was that great. Maybe a hot take. I don't think Donda was that great.
Anything regarding the Kendrick and Drake back and forth. Now, obviously, I'm not talking to the die-hard music fans that watch this channel. There are tons of albums in the past 5 years that you all stayed up for and were extremely excited about. But I'm talking about when the hype reaches the average music listener. The person who is a music fan, but you know, they're not a music fan like we're music fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know
they're
what
a
you
music
mean.
fan, but it's not a critical facet of their personality. When they participate in the hype, we have this vast community experience where hip-hop fans come together in unison just to check out an album at midnight, even if their intention is to just shit on it after one listen and tweet mid. But this all-encompassing effort from...
Like, I never understood that shit. You listen to a full album. It took you the entire album to call it mid. You couldn't call it mid after like the first, second song? Come on, bro. You liked it. You secretly liked it. You listened to the full thing.
Hip-hop fans is what makes the genre so dominant. I just found out the other day that a rock song hasn't went #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 since 2001. Coming up on...
What?
On 25 years, a rock song hasn't hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it was Nickelback. Now, I don't think Carti will get a number...
Nickelback dropped music in 2025? What?
one single on the Hot 100 from I Am Music. I mean, Fiend peaked at number 5, and nothing on this album comes close to that. But my point is that clearly other genres don't have the hype. They don't quite have the same community, and they don't have the team effort from fans and pop culture.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think hip hop and rap as a community has the most hype and anticipation for when when an artist in that genre drops an album. And any artist, bro. There's so much hype behind almost any artist. It could be an underground artist. I'll go on Twitter. I still see hype about them dropping an album. Nobody knows who it is. I literally talk to people. They'll be like, who is that? Nobody knows who they are. You go on Twitter, so much hype. I'm like, yo. It's like, it's just amazing. It's such a good feeling to see that no matter who the artist is, in hip-hop or rap, there's hype behind their album because of the community. Always. There's always hype, no matter how small of an artist they are. That's so cool, bro. That's awesome. That must be awesome to be a hip-hop or a rap artist and, like, drop music and have that feeling of everybody coming, like, not even, like, a lot of people. Like, a small community, like, a small group of fans who like you and who want to, like, who are hyping up your album that's gonna drop. Like, that's gotta be such an amazing feeling.
Culture that uplifts their genre.
Clearly, Carti doesn't think so because he delayed it like 3 times. So, obviously, he didn't give a fuck.
Which is actually upsetting. As a music fan, I wish there were more artists, whether that be in hip-hop or other genres, that could make the average listener excited about their newest release and essentially get everyone online to stay up at midnight just to listen to their new song or their new project. Now, the reason why they don't have the same amount of hype and how they would go about changing that is a deeper conversation for a different day, but I think Carti's impact and influence on hip-hop and pop culture is a net positive. Fans feel more excited and more lively at shows. They are a little toxic. Look, they're a little toxic, but hey, it happens. But he has cultivated a community that has directly allowed tons of upcoming artists to thrive. So while I am saying that Whole Lotta Red is better and more innovative objectively, personally, I will likely listen to I Am Music more. And while I do technically agree that this album, as well as Carti's presence in hip-hop, is all just sort of overhyped, I actually like that, and I agree with it. And I hope that more artists can be overhyped because it's just more fun. Also, the recording studio that I am building has made an insane amount of progress. We already have all of the framing done.
Oh, that's fire. I didn't even know he was building a studio. That's fire.
Installation is in, and I think by the end of this week we'll probably have all the walls actually built. My next video is going to be another update video, so please.
That's fire, dude. He's building a studio like for artists and shit. That's actually fire. That's so fire, bro. I did not know that. That is crazy. Look how far this man has gone. From making music, from streaming, to now making a studio. Next thing you know, Patrick, he's gonna have his own record label. I swear to God. Dude, whoever sees this video, I'm telling you, whoever makes it this far in the video, I'm telling you, one day, Patrick is gonna have his own record label. If he wants to. But I am calling it now. He's gonna have his own record label.